Okay, the next features that we're going to look at is the workspace and ribbon interface, which is the top one here. Okay, this is called the workspace interface, and this is the ribbon interface. Okay, the workspace is here, workspace switching. If you click on this small triangle here, you can see that you can choose drafting mode, 3D basics, and 3D modeling mode. Okay, so you can choose based on the type of work that you're doing. Actually, we will choose the drafting and annotation mode first. Okay, so when you change, you can see that the ribbon on top here has also changed. Okay, this is in the drafting mode, but if you are in the 3D mode, the ribbon has also changed. Okay, so sometimes when you cannot find your function that you want to use, probably it's because you are in the wrong workspace. Okay, so we will choose the drafting and annotation mode. An additional thing that you can change about this ribbon is that you can also change how the ribbon looks like. You probably need more space in your screen, so you can minimize your ribbon to tabs or to panel titles or to panel buttons. Okay, or you can show everything. Yep. So if suddenly you find this thing is missing, probably you have accidentally minimized your panel buttons. So just use this small symbol here to show your ribbon. Okay, so that is for workspace and ribbon interface. Okay, the next features that you have in AutoCAD is the command line window, which is at the bottom here. In this command line, you can see the current active commands, and you can type in the commands that you want to use here. For example, if you want to draw a line, you type line and then enter, and you will see that the command line will show you what to do, will ask you to give inputs. Here it says to specify the first point, so you click on the first point and then specify next point and so on until you finish. You just click enter. Okay, so you can start up a command in the command line, or you can also choose from the ribbon. Okay, so there are a few options. It depends on how comfortable you are with your workflow. Okay, and the fourth feature is the status bar, which is at the bottom here. At the bottom here, you will see that there are a lot of symbols. Some are highlighted and some is not. For example, here, okay, you have here it will indicate you whether you are in the model or paper space. And then here is the grid mode. If you don't want to see the grid, then you can deactivate it, and it will be not highlighted, and you will see that the grid has turned off. But if you want to see the grid, then you just click on it, and then you will see it is highlighted, and you will see the grid. And then you have the snap mode. Snap mode, there's a polar snap and then grid snap. I will explain this later, but what it means is When you have this snap mode on, and when you're starting out a command, your cursor will always snap on the grid, so you cannot go in between the grid. But if you turn it off, then you can go to the middle, in between of the grid. Okay, so that's what snap means. Okay, and then you have the auto mode. The auto mode is when you activate it, your line will always be at 90 degrees with each other. It can go on any other angle. Okay, so that's what auto mode means. And you also have polar tracking, where it allows you to track to certain angles. Okay, for example, here this is polar tracking to 90 degrees, so at 0, 90, 180, there will be a green tracking line showing up to guide you when you are drawing. So you can also change your polar tracking to 30. So this is useful if you're drawing your isometric, or if you have any other object with certain angles given. Okay, can turn off the tracking. When you turn off, the green line will not appear, the tracking line. Okay, all right, so next one is the isometric drafting. Object snap tracking. Object snap means you can snap to the object. Before this, you have grid snap, snap mode, where you have grid snap and polar snap, where it will snap to the grid of your drawing, but in object snap, it will snap to the object. For example, here you have a line. Okay, if I start out here, so you see there's a small green box here appear, so it will snap to the end of my line. Okay, so that's what it means with object snap. If I turn it off, okay, turn off object snap. Yeah, so that green small box, it will not appear and your cursor can just go anywhere. But if you have the snap on, it will automatically just snap to that certain points. Okay, so usually it's very useful to have this activated. Okay, you can choose where you want to snap: endpoint, midpoint, center point, quadrant, and so on, tangent, parallel, and so on. Okay, this is showing annotation, add scales. Okay, here is annotation scale of the current view. So the current view is 1:1 scale, means whatever length here is the exact length on your drawing. You can choose other type of scales. Okay, then this is the workspace. I've talked about it before this, and that's all for the status bar function in AutoCAD. Okay,